Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this is Yoruus speaking, and welcome to Play by Email 6, turn 5. Now, there's probably not much to do in this turn, but there's tremendous amounts of talking, and spaghetti-o, as Apog would say. Look at that bad boy. Bam! 2 city-states, 80G. Ha! Ha! I haven't noticed that in the previous turn. Hello, boy. Jams. Alright, I was thinking like, this is the end of the road. I want to scout this, because I want to see if there's like some fish in here or so, but look at this bad boys. There's two city-states in here. This is bloody great. I like it. 2 city-states and 2 tremendously good city-states, may I add. Fate city-state, which is tremendously good, and Culture city-state, which is even more amazingly good. Now in here there's not too much stuff to do except buying a stone tile. I want to do it, definitely want to do it, and I do want to work on an extra hammer. The next tile will cost 55G, also the silver tile will cost 55G, but it will take a little bit of time to get there, and it's amazingly cool. Now that cuts down scout to 2 turns, and another scout to 5 turns. Now, the poll, excuse me for a second. Okay, the poll is very, very even. I'm looking at the poll now, right? And 3 scout opener wins by 1 vote versus 1 scout into monument and shrine. So, I remind you, the link is in the description below. If you want to add what I should do, the question is, what should I do? And there's 2 options for that. 3 scout opener into a fast shrine. Though, don't get me wrong about that 3 scout opener, because there's 8 turns. There's 8 turns, so probably I should fit in with working the stone, and later on working the silver tile, I should fit in 1 more scout before I will start working on a shrine. That should happen, and in 11 turns I will be able to work this, so I'll definitely want to work the silver. So that's one option. Or the second option, 1 scout into a monument, into a shrine, with basically delaying the shrine a little bit to finish up monument so I can have the faster growth. So those are 2 options. I remind you about that. Please vote on it, because we've got 2 turns to decide. So the votes in turn 7, I will have to decide what to do. So at turn 7 the vote will be over, and I will do as the vote says, basically. So whichever option wins, I take it. The 2 options are cool. I like the 2 options, but it's just a matter of what we shall do, because there's 2 options. And this one, since I do not intend to stop making this one this time, well, the others I did not stop making, but I was forced to not commentate on them and just do the turns regularly and record them, and I will add commentary to them. But this one is special for me. This play by email is special with me, and I want to share it in 100% with you. And I want you guys, ladies and gentlemen, there's still some ladies watching, I know that, I want you to participate in that game. That would be so awesome. I really like that idea. I enjoy it. I'm very enthusiastic about it. So please vote. 2 turns more to vote on it. Well, theoretically 1 more turn. 1 more turn to vote this turn, and the next turn to vote on it. The link is down in the description below, and let's vote on it. Now, about the comments, because there was a very cool discussion. I like it very much. So let's start off. I know it's like I'm not gonna go chronologically. Well, I will go chronologically, theoretically. I hope I'll go chronologically with the comments. Yeah, there we go. So first, Sidri. I know you're very reluctant about my NC idea, and I will try to explain why do I want, one more time, why do I want an NC, giving a little bit more arguments about it. Now, there's no rush with the religion stuff. There's no rush. You need to know, I would probably I need to remind you two things. First thing, there's no wonders. You cannot build a single wonder in this game. No wonder whatsoever. Okay? So no wonder whatsoever means that you can't get Stonehenge. Nobody can get Stonehenge. So there's no option to get extra fate by building a natural wonder, which means that if I can get a stone fate pantheon or a silver pantheon, there's no way anybody can well, anybody, maybe it's sort of a wrong idea. There's 7 religions, right? There's 7 religions, and if you count the faith pantheons, you've got silver pantheon, you got quarry pantheon, you got desert pantheon, you got tundra pantheon, and you got wine pantheon, and you got like wonder pantheon. All right, so there's, I counted it right. Let's just check it out one more time. Religion, where's the religion stuff? Come on, religion. There's the religion. Okay. Pantheon. So we've got Fate, well, Fate from Tundra Pantheon, Desert Pantheon, Copper, Iron, Salt Pantheon. Then we've got God King. I don't take God King into consideration whatsoever, alright? I don't take it. So we've got Wine Pantheon. There's one with Nature Pantheon, that's 5th. Gold and Silver Pantheon, so that's 6th. And Stone Circles, Quarry Pantheon, so there's 7 pantheons that would yield Fate. So now there's 2 choices basically. Option number 1, I do theoretically the initial plan, and I will definitely make a straw poll for it, but I just wanted to plant that idea into your head right now to all of the viewers. Basically, there's 7 religions to go, and we've got 6 faith pantheons, right? Plus Ethiopia, alright? And no wonders whatsoever. So there's several things that can happen. Somebody can get a natural wonder with fate, which is highly possible. Bam, 1 religion gone, right? Somebody can get desert pantheon, bam, 1 religion go, and so on and so forth. So though the idea of working all the 3 silver tiles ASAP is quite detrimental to the overall game plan, because working 3 silver right now, if I only count on working the 3 silver, first of all I would need to buy the 3 silver. That's one huge problem. I would need to buy the 3 silver. As you said, I would need to get a settler, which will delay the archers and will delay the worker, will delay all the stuff in here. I will basically, I don't know yet what's on the other side. As I said, if I scout the west and I will find a beautiful spot for a city there, I will definitely go there and plant a city. Don't get me wrong. But if there's nothing there that will excuse making a settler fast and then delaying infrastructure, workers and all the other stuff, I can't steal a worker. I need to build a worker myself. Worker is so damn important in a situation like that. I would prefer to get 2 workers even. But I'm running off topic. Basically about the religion stuff. Ethiopia, guaranteed religion. There's no point fighting Ethiopia. What he has to do to counter my pantheon right now is he builds a monument in his first city, and he builds a monument in his second city. Now, the monument in his first city will be probably the first building he will build. That would be like amazingly stupid if he would not do that and go for a scout. So Ethiopia builds a monument right now, and he has a choice of a first pantheon, right? Depending when he spawns, he probably will pick a faith pantheon, and he has a guaranteed first religion. So there's no way, there's no physical way, or that would be like tremendously lag-based to counter Ethiopia religion in a situation like this. I would need to find a natural wonder, I would need to find a second city spot with tons of silvers, which also is maybe possible, but there's no way to fight for Ethiopia. So Ethiopia gets first religion, and his picks are probably the best picks ever. That means teeth, and that means height or whatever it's called, and that means pagodas. There's physically no way I can get those. That's my opinion, at least. So now, what do we do? Do we go 100% to work on the fate with outcome that is not certain? Basically, there's 7 religions. I think that it's not worth it to put like 100% resources right now into working 3 silver tiles, not mentioning I cannot buy them, or working 2 silver tiles. I would prefer to grow my city and work the 1 silver tile for now. This is going to be a shrine and a silver tile, getting a granary and working some extra food in the meantime, trying to get archers, opening honor, and trying to farm barbs as much as possible. That demands a lot of building to be done, and as soon as I will get those, it will benefit me more. Sooner I'll start farming barbs, the sooner I will get the benefit from it in the early game. So definitely I would like to have a monument as well. After the shrine, maybe a pottery or a monument or a worker. There's so darn many options. It's beyond belief how much stuff do I need to build. How much stuff do I need to build in my capital. So that's a little bit like off topic, but on the religion side, I don't think if that first scout will go right now and try scouting the west, and if he will not find a super beautiful spot that I could settle on right now, like a silver or a luxury or something really cool, I don't see a reason to like constrain myself, and as soon as I hit 2 pop or 3 pop or whatever, start working. Well, basically if I want to make work shrine and do a very fast shrine, I would need to work on the silver, which also is not that great of an idea right now in my opinion, concerning all that religion stuff. So basically what it comes down to, I will not get the first religion. I would need to be tremendously lucky. I would need to find a natural wonder and hope that nobody else will find a natural wonder. I would maybe ally the city-state that I have nearby, which is possible with raging barbarians. There should be tons of barbarians that I can farm on if there's gonna be a barb camp there. But anyways, if nothing extraterrestrial will happen, there's not going to be a super wonder somewhere close that I can settle on, there's not going to be really some cool stuff, and I will actually get the first pantheon. The top fate output that I can put is 4, right, from quarries, but that will be delayed anyways, because I need to have the tech, I need to have the worker, I need to build quarries. That's like if I go for pottery, that's at least how much turns? 8, 20, maybe 25, and improving is like 8, 30 turns before I will get the fate from that. So I do prefer the silver pantheon, and Ethiopia will get this stuff. Oops, phone call, give me a second. Right, now I lost my thought process. So alright, to make story short, there's no way I'm gonna have first religion in any shape or form, and there's a huge possibility that with 12 players somebody will get there to get a natural fate wonder. And Ethiopia, as I said, to counter my fate, he will get like a monument in probably 5 turns. He should be having a monument that will start off generating fate, and he will get a first pantheon as well. So I am hoping for a second pantheon maybe, which means for me I'm not I do not compete with Ethiopia. There's no way I compete for the first pantheon, it's impossible. I compete for the second pantheon right now. And the second pantheon, depending on the luck based, would be Byzantine, which will probably try to force himself into building a shrine as fast as possible, and maybe he will be unlucky with the city-states. There's also that city-state luck factor in all of that, so he will definitely rush the shrine. I have let's assume I have an advantage over Byzantine right now by having a meaning of city-state first, a fate city-state. So that's a gamble, of course, but based on that story I should be having the time to get the shrine, right? maybe not even delaying the growth to get the shrine. Like if I go, if I will be able to buy the stoneworks, I should probably get the stoneworks ASAP and work on a little bit growth still to grow my capital. Alright, so not like working silver with that extra, that hammer to cut down the shrine by 1 turn or so. I should have that head start. And the same goes to everybody else on this map. The other civs are not religious civs. One more darn problem. Celts are also in the game, okay? Let's remind the civs. Basically, there's Celts, Austria, Carthage, Persia, Portuguese, Songhai, Aztecs, Germany, Japan, Rome, Byzantine, Ethiopia. So there's also Celts in the game, and if he planted correctly, there's also no way I can get a pantheon first. So more realistically, I'm looking at a pantheon number 3. Right? That if I'm lucky, I will get Pantheon as a third person, because no way, if the Celts planted right, he's getting 1+1 fate from turn 1. So basically, we shall know that in how many turns? On 10 turn, we will know if Celts planted right. Turn 10 on turn 11. All right. We will know if Celts planted right, and they will have a first Pantheon. If they planted right, Celts get the first Pantheon, Ethiopia gets the second Pantheon, I get the third Pantheon. So though I did meet the city-state, and I do have extra fate, and it would be tremendously cool to have a religion, it would be tremendously cool to have a silver Pantheon or a quarry Pantheon, realistically, nothing that I will do right now will guarantee me having that Pantheon. It will only help me to get the third Pantheon as fast as possible. So, taking all of that into the account, I don't think it's worth it to focus on faith just to focus on faith. And delay growth, delay building infrastructure like monument, granary, getting the archers up and running, getting the workers up and running. I don't think that delaying all of those things that will benefit me much more right now than a possible second city. A second city I do not know even that if I can safely send a cargo ship from. I have no idea. I would need to get a trireme, I would need to scout the land, I would need to build the trireme, and so on and so forth. There's so much stuff right now that I would need to do to make the 2 city opening worth it with raging barbs that it's... But basically we will talk about it when the first scout will go scouting the west. And we will know if I'm gonna get 2 more scouts or not. I definitely need to get the shrine, I'll definitely need to get a granary. So about that OCC or 2 city NC, that talk we can basically take later on. But about the fate, I don't think it's worth it. Like taking the fate into consideration, I don't think it's worth it to delay anything, just growth. Basically delaying the growth just to work the silver tiles, because there's no way, there's no physical way, in my opinion, to get the first Pantheon, to get the second Pantheon. I'm aiming for a third Pantheon. Taking that into the consideration, there's no way to get the first religion. Even if I get the quarry Pantheon right now with this land, I can't get first religion because there's Ethiopia in the game, which will counter my fate by building monuments in 2 cities and shrines in 2 cities gonna have +6 fate. Right? And the huge gamble on the map like natural wonders and all the other stuff, it's also a big deal. So, alright, I guess that's it. there was a long talk. There was a very long talk. Okay, anything else? Yeah, I think we've covered basically all the topics from from the comments. So, general plan. Basically the general plan right now, straw poll, there's 1 vote lead on the option for 3 scouts into a shrine, and I like that option. Very much, though the second option is also cool. Like, both of those options have their pros and cons basically. Religion wise, I do not think it's worth it to delay growth just to work the faith. I think I should work the good tiles. I should try to grow my capital and be more flexible with a capital, with a strong capital, than and having the infrastructure done. Basically, that's my general opinion right now. So that's a topic to consider and talk about in the later turns. And the number 3, I definitely want to go. That's the topic I want to talk about. I definitely want to open tradition, and I want to open honor. Then I want to finish tradition, and I want to finish honor. All right. I don't think that a liberty mix is viable in here because it is a huge map, right? I highly doubt that I will be able to finish tradition, honor, and we're aiming at commerce or rationalism opener at least, or a couple of social poison rationalism, and we're looking at autocracy, right? Because this is domination, so most probably autocracy. So let me explain my thinking. Tradition, to have the core 4 cities, 4 huge core cities that will basically drive my empire. Honor, to have the very good benefits at fighting, extra culture, defensive buildings. I'm like, there's a lot of good stuff in honor right now if you plan to wage war, right? That's honor. Yeah, like melee strength, happiness culture per city with a garrison, which fits perfectly with tradition. Gold of upgrading military units reduced, and constructing barracks, military academies, and all that stuff a little bit less, and production, generation, experience. I want to get honor and I want to get tradition. Now, taking into the consideration there's going to be a war game, commerce and autocracy seems very, very beneficial, because if I go to war and I start gaining cities beyond my own cities, like, I'll probably want to puppet them or just make them. Basically, what's my thinking, if this is going to be a huge empire, this is going to be a huge map, and this is going to be a domination victory, basically, gold is your resources, basically. That's my opinion, because even if I will have a super amazingly strong capital, getting the units from my capital to the other side of the world is like a totally bad idea. So I would say production focus this time. Yeah, it will be cool, but what's important is gold. Now, if I can get a huge gold income, I will be able to puppet a city, annex it, and start buying units off of it. I will not have to travel a long distance. So if I have to there's 12 players, everybody goes from domination. So if I want to influence any of the, I want to reinforce any of the sides of my empire with gold, I can do it instantly. So what I want to focus on is definitely getting commerce to reduce the buying cost, and I definitely want to get autocracy. Like, that's the goal. So my goal for the whole game is tradition, honor to get the extra gold, right, for the finisher. So full tradition, full honor, maybe full commerce, a little bit into rationalism, full autocracy. That's tremendously a lot of social policy that I need to get. Now, I have a feeling that there's no space to run around anywhere, like liberty, piety, patronage. There's no point going patronage because you can't build Forbidden Palace or any other social policies. I don't have that. To get all of that I want, I still need to focus a lot on culture. So tradition, honor, commerce, autocracy, and maybe a little bit of rationalism, if you can fit that, and depending on the situation, how much the science discrepancy will be, because I can always steal some techs, autocracy, steal tech, and fight. And with gold, I can compensate for having the tech like even 20 turns later. If I have planes 20 turns later, no problem, alright? Okay, I will lose one city or so, but then boom, I buy all the stuff that I need in my next city, and I'm golden, right? So, no problem with that, because somebody will have to just build it up. So that's the general game plan. Alright, oh my goodness, one turn and like 30 minutes of talking. I stop right now. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you very much for the conversation and the comments on the YouTube. I definitely like it, and I hope it will continue. I invite you to click on the straw poll and vote if you haven't casted the vote. And I wish you a very, very good day. I'm working second shift again today, so it's morning basically for me, but whatever your time zone in, I wish you a good day, good evening, good night, or just a pleasant time before you'll check up on my YouTube channel again. And what else? I guess that's it. So, alright, so we've got our plan set up, we summarized the comments, we have a straw poll set up, we have a general plan set up, and I hope it will ignite a discussion one more time about basically the plans for the future of this game. So, one more time, thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Best wishes, yours.